Vusumuzi Cat Matlala admitted to his crimes, claims state. This is the title of the article in News 24. I hope you had a beautiful Monday and welcome back to my channel. Vusumuzi Cat Matlala apparently admitted to having been behind the attempted unaliving of Tebogo Tobejane, Joe Sibanyoni, and Sunki Mokubong, also known as DJ Ventis, during an exchange with one of the targets themselves. This was revealed in a new affidavit by the investigating officer in his case, which was submitted in the Alexandra Magistrates Court on Monday as Matlala's application for bail continued. He was arrested in May in connection with a botched attempt on the life of Tobejane dating back to October 2023. The two were previously in a relationship. The state subsequently announced its plans to centralize two additional cases from Littleton and Pretoria West. These have since been identified as those of Sibanyoni and Mokubong, respectively. In the affidavit submitted on Monday, the investigating officer said that part of the evidence against Matlala includes a conversation between him and the complainant in the Pretoria West matter, presumably Mokubong. Matlala admitted to being responsible for the attempts on the lives of the complainants in all three cases, she went on. Matlala is accused in the current case alongside Musa Kekana and Kleho Floyd Mabusela. Kekana and Mabusela, who are allegedly hitmen, are further charged in a web of other hit-style shootings alongside the likes of Sentin businessman Katiso Molefe and former Johannesburg cop Michelle Buletau, with the cases ultimately linked via firearm and were used. Matlala, meanwhile, has also featured in various government procurement scandals, including the Tempis Hospital craft uncovered by Babita Decoran before she was unalived, and a dodgy 360 million police tender which wound up being cancelled. The group was placed at the center of allegations of police capture in July when KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Delta Mkhwanazi held an explosive press conference. On Monday, Matlala also submitted a new affidavit. The investigating officers previously characterized the end of Matlala's relationship with Tobejane as an acrimonious and said Matlala had warned her that he was a dangerous man. Matlala rejected these as unsubstantiated, speculative assertions and denied them, asserting he had no motive to have wanted Tobejane unalived. He also rejected the notion that the case against him was one of the gender-based and malicious. Ms. Tobejane, as a social media personality, seems to have made a lot of enemies. My relationship with her ended 3 years before her shooting. He said, I cannot understand how I can be accused of gender-based violence when I'm no longer in a relationship with her. He further denied that the state previously suggested that he owned a private jet and a boat. He also honed in on an ex parte application for access to his phone, which he said his lawyer heard about last month. It subsequently emerged, however, that this was linked to the disbandment of the political unaliving start team, which was central to Mkhwanazi's July claims. Matlala maintained that the interest of justice permits his release on bail, saying he had already handed in his travel documents and was even prepared to submit himself to house arrest. And the case was postponed to next week for decision on bail. This is a lot, that's all I can say. On the very same day, another article came out saying that Vusumuzi Matlala went into hiding after December raids. Attempted unalive accused tenderpreneur Vusumuzi Cat Matlala apparently went into hiding after raids on his home and business premises late last year. This emerged in the Alexandra Magistrate Court on Monday when Matlala's bail application resumed. He's facing charges of attempted unaliving in connections with a failed hit on his former lover, Tebogo Tobejane, in October 2023. The car she and 2 others were traveling in was peppered with bullets in Sentin. They all ultimately survived, but one of her companions was paralyzed. Implicated in KwaZulu-Natal top cop Lieutenant General Delta Mkhwanazi's explosive July claims that the criminal justice system was captured. Matlala is now also expected to face charges in connections with the attempted unaliving of taxi boss Joe Sibanyoni and Sunki Mokubong, also known as DJ Ventis. Wait guys, isn't that DJ somebody, DJ Ventos? were unalived. Then we have DJ Vinties. DJ Vinties is the one that there was an attempted unaliving on his live. I think it was around 2024. And these people are all DJs. And then we have these two figures, which is Katiso Molefe, and then we have Vusumuzi Matlala. Both these individuals seems like they're connected somewhere somehow with these DJs, because it's like their intention is to have them unalived. The other one was attempted, and then the other two, they were unalived. It does so happen that coincidentally that Katiso is now arrested for these two DJ, Vintos and DJ somebody. Then we have Vinties as well. Could it be that these people know each other? I mean, Vusumuzi Matlala as well as Katiso Molefe. And it goes back to what I said, that Katiso Molefe had that Matlala owns a security company that services these artists or these DJs and provides security for them, and they unalived in the process. Could it be that even this security company itself is made to spy on these DJs so that they can know their whereabouts, and some of these DJs will have to be used as sacrificial lamb to unalive those DJs so that they can cover the tracks and it doesn't hit back on them? I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but when you look at this, you see that high chances these two individuals know each other. This is their operation. They work together. This other one orders the hit, and this other one orders the people that are going to order the hit, and then they do the hit. Meaning that Vusumuzi Matlala says, we are going to unalive who. Katiso Molefe, are you going to do it? Then Katiso Molefe says, okay, let me find my boys. Boys, are you willing to do this? Then the boys say, okay, we are going to do it. Allegedly. Probably this is how this whole syndicate runs. Katiso knows that his boss is Cat. He knows that his boss is Cat. Could it be that that is how these things are going on? Because Cat is very influential. Cat is very influential in politics. He knows people. He knows things, not just politicians. He's very, very well connected. From what we're discovering all the time, he's a very well connected person. So we can then deduce and conclude that he might be the one who's ordering Molefe to actually unalive these people. And you'll actually find out that when the police actually do the investigation, that weapon that was used to unalive DJ Somebody and Vintos is the same weapon that was used to attemptedly unalive Tabejane as well as Ventis. Crazy, right? Let us continue. After previously starting the process of applying for bail, he abandoned it. But he later had another charge of hot, and the bail application got underway last week. In December last year, the police swapped on Matlala's home and business premises in connections with other case involving allegations of kidnapping. In a new affidavit from investigating officer which was submitted in court on Monday, she pointed to downloads of phone conversation between him and his then lawyer later that month, where he asked his lawyer whether he can come out of hiding. The message says, "Good morning. Please let me know if the police agreed on the date we are suggesting." And they agreed. Can I go home? I'm still in hiding even now. "Yes, that must follow that you go home, sir," came the response. Said the investigating officer. The question arises here why Matlala found it necessary to go into hiding after the police visiting his home and his business premises. Was he perhaps scared of being arrested? Matlala previously accused the police of having planted a copy of an alleged fraudulent Eswatini identity card on his cell phone, but the investigating officer also denied this in her affidavit on Monday. She again pointed to downloads of cell phone conversation, this time between Matlala and his wife and co-accused Tsakani Matlala. Specifically, she pointed to a March exchange in which Matlala requested a copy of the Eswatini identity card. She then responded by sending him the picture of the Eswatini identity document. The investigating officer continued. She said the same conversation appeared in the downloads of both Matlala's phone and his wife, and was adamant that even if it wanted to, the state did not have the technology to plant that kind of evidence. Further, she honed in on an affidavit from a Home Affairs official who confirmed that their records show Matlala crossing the border from South Africa into Eswatini on foot 3 times since last year, with 2 of these trips having lasted just 1 night, and there was no record of him having returned after this last trip. She also emphasized that after Matlala was arrested and his wife's phone seized, it emerged their previous phone had been destroyed, and that those were new devices they had started using shortly after the December raids. The investigation officer accused Matlala of trying to drive a certain narrative and paint the investigation team in the worst possible light. The case continues. Hey, yeah, this is a lot. I know that was a long read. I normally like analyzing the article, but I just think that these claims are very clear with regards to this taxi boss that has been assassinated, DJ Ventis. Everything connects, guys. Everything connects. Everything connects. I don't know what you think. I just wanted to read these articles to you guys so that you know what is currently going on, the updates on Ket Matlala's bail application, and what is being alleged, what are the new facts. And it seems like there's new facts that is also involved in DJ Venti's Unaliving. So, to those of us who don't know who's Joe Sibanyoni is, Joe Sibanyoni, known as Joe Ferrari, is a well-established taxi industry boss in South Africa. He operates a sizable taxi business and is recognized for significant influence in the sector. Notably, Ket Matlala, the embezzled tenderpreneur, was implicated by News24 in the orchestrating a botched hit targeting Joe Ferreira, underscoring Sibanyoni's high profile and the risk tied to his position. So clearly, Ket Matlala knows a lot of people, from politicians to taxi bosses. He's a well-connected individual. I just wonder what more is there out there about this guy. Because we don't want to make this video too long. It was just about the read so that you guys are updated. Let me hear your thoughts, what you guys think about these articles and what is being alleged in these articles. I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.